You know what? Maybe Iron Eagle actually got it right that sometimes you just need the right vibe and the right music playing in order to get your aim down right. But, not everyone can be like Chappie and just go by the book. I I mean, since we're doing all sorts of throwback shit on this panel today, why not talk about the most underrated military aviation movie out there?
Of course. But I don't have the F-16 yet.
Watch out.
But that's the thing. Yet, knowing you, Nikki, you will get there.
I got the F. I got.
And at the pace we're going, you're probably going to get there before the next show.
I've already. Yeah.
Because who knows when we're going to be on next time?
Well, to be fair, from the if anyone's actually read the title, things did not go as planned. And actually, 1, 2, 3, 4. All except one person on the panel is already aware of what exactly that means.
Yeah, I don't know, by the way. It's me. It's me.
Well, unlike some people on this platform, I'm actually able to gain and maintain proper gainful employment that does not require me being a jackass online or lying about shit online. But that's a different topic for later in the show. Position that I transitioned to a couple of months ago ended up not being what they were stating it as. So, as a result, yeah, time to look for somewhere else. There are multiple factors to it, but... Oh, God, no.
That was not me.
Yeah, I know. I saw who it was. There are multiple factors to it. Oh, a little bit of background. But yeah, so...
Sorry, that's my fault.
Nah, no worries. So back into a time period of change and flux, which actually on this end helps because how many of you motherfuckers actually heard from me on a regular basis in the past, let's call it 6 weeks?
Yeah, no.
You got back to me once, I think.
Yeah, same.
It's been completely silent for the most part, from what I've seen.
Yeah, because for a extended period there, I had enough time to be at work, drive home, sleep, not enough, and then go back into work.
Ah.
Yeah. Not happy about that, but you know what? Is what it is. And moving on. So that's... and I can also say that's legally the most I'm allowed to say at this point.
Ooh. Implying that we might be able to get into greater detail at a later date? Or no?
It will be upon the public record.
We will have to discuss that later because I'll have to review the documentation about what I am and am not allowed to disclose.
Fair enough.
But
Good
yeah.
answer.
Does it break the Geneva Convention?
You mean the checklist?
The suggestion list.
No, the checklist.
The checklist.
Well, no,
You
it's
can't just do one or two. You have to do them all.
Well, okay, so violations of the Geneva Conventions are the new Pokemon. I already knew that.
Yes, gotta violate them all.
Oh, but okay, so because of that, And because of the unique position I've been in, where it's been more or less radio silence on a lot of the bigger picture and entertaining things that have been going on recently, just what the hell have I missed?
Apparently a lot.
Aside from the stuff that just came out like over the course of today, a lot.
Well, do we want to go in chronological order or shit posting order?
Ooh, that's a bit of a tough one.
I like shit posting. It's more fun that way.
All right, so let's start with something that I have been, up until this point, blissfully unaware about.
Oh no.
I mean, granted, a week ago, I actually had a little time and ended up on Clairview's channel, where we ended up talking about apparently Sneeko is trying to be the new Jack Murphy.
Ah, yes. And Moist Critical put his bitch ass in his fucking place. Multiple times, I might add. To include Twitter DMs, which was... Woo! That was a spicy one.
See, didn't get that far into it on Claire's channel, and I'm partly thankful for that at this point. But... if no one has gone over to that channel and seen the full segment of that one, I can boil down the reaction and my analysis of the situation to roughly two things. One, we should no longer call him Sneeko. He is now Micro Taint.
Or Cucko, if you prefer.
No, Micro Taint. Micro Taint. Because he is so far up Andrew Tate's ass, and he is such a little personality that has a Napoleon complex to hell and back.
I didn't know he was one of Tate's boys.
He's not exactly. He fancies himself to be, which is why he brown noses the shit out of him.
I get it.
Right. And that's where he gets that moniker. But then, let's really look at the behavior. Especially that fucking dance with the cigar and the firearms tainting, trying to bait Moist and trying to elicit a bigger response from him. Sneeko needs to come out of the closet.
Charlie's response to that was immaculate.
And I called it. I had him after fucking Sneeko did that shit. I was like, hold on, pause it. And they're like, wait. We know what's gonna happen. We know what you're gonna say. It's like, really? Let's see. It's like, oh, well, go ahead. And it's like, and I was like, the fucking terminology. If you are a firearm owner, you should know well enough of what you are talking about to know basic fucking terms.
Watch these clips. You mean watch these mags? Casually pulls out M4.
Yeah.
And then there was like
basically,
a week later.
Well, Charlie's response in doing that and doing that correction, his actions, the visuals that go along with it, was basically tantamount to him saying, fuck around and find out, Sneeko.
Yeah, that's what I got too. Like, oh no, you do not pull out your M4 or similar rifle and not have that implication in mind. You don't do that. Hell, even Mudahar, Some Ordinary Gamers, he pulled out his. Granted, his was airsoft, but he still had kind of the same thing going on in his brain. It's just Sneeko does his little pistol dance, and everyone's just like, "Yeah, you and who?"
But think back to that clip. Think back to just how delicately he was holding that cigar in his lips. With just his lips.
Oh,
Oh,
absolute
wow.
bundle of sticks behavior.
Okay. Now the question the question I have is how big was the cigar? Are we talking a Churchill? Are we talking a Panatella?
Churchill about a quarter of the way down.
Yeah, like an
Oh
actual,
wow, that's nice.
an actual cigar.
Yeah.
It was a sizable stogie, but the way he was manipulating it with his mouth as he was doing this dance, he wants to
Tells-
smoke something else.
Yeah, tells us that he's not actually into his girl, or any girl for that matter.
Well,
Oh,
hell, well, wait. If that wasn't clear just from that, think about the other revelation. The whole, he tried to pull a Jack Murphy, but couldn't stomach it.
yeah.
Like,
Or
literally.
so he claims to not be able to stomach it. To
well,
include
no.
pulling out the PTSD analogy, which is
See-
absolute bullshit.
I think what it was is Sneeko was actually jealous of his girl because she
Almost
was the one
definitely.
getting railed.
Yep. Definitely jealousy and
Wow.
Napoleon ego.
I came to this shit show late. Yeah.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
we're catching up on a couple of months of shit, so.
Yeah.
Interesting.
About a week passed after that little dance episode and its subsequent replies from everyone. And Charlie, Moist Critical, on one of his later streams, just tells Sneeko in Twitter DMs, "Hey, could you shut the fuck up for like 2 seconds? I need to turn you into a marketable plushie. I need to milk you for more content, so shut up for the next day."
I mean, some people do make it easy.
Mm-hmm. At this point, the memes write themselves. This is beyond randomly
it-
generated content.
Well, and that also brings up the question. Is Sneeko really this much of a mentally challenged individual? Or is this some sort of 5D level chess type of play that he thinks going to work out in his favor long term?
No,
But the,
it
fi-
is definitely attention whoring.
but the problem is he's playing. He thinks he's playing chess, but he ends up playing Chinese checkers.
No, not
And trying to
no.
eat the pieces?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
I'd say he's playing Connect 4, but
It's
but he's only got
simple
3
Chinese
pieces.
checkers, and he mistakes it for a candy plate.
No, he's trying to play Connect 4 with a Ouija board.
yeah. Yeah, no. There we go. Yeah.
And did you see the new Ouija board they now have for Bible groups?
What?
No.
Yes.
Oh, okay. We need visuals for this one.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll have to look it up. But what it is,
Yeah.
the planchette is a cross.
Hold on.
Yeah, sorry. I wish I.
Biblical
Go with it quick.
Good episode.
board.
Might need to take off.
Okay, Christianity turning to Ouija board. For fuck's sake.
Yeah, it's what it is. It's so they can get their prayers answered.
Oh, well.
What
Wait.
church is having this psychological delusion of grandeur bullshit?
Please tell me it's the same one with the magical underwear. Please tell me it's the same one with the magical underwear.
That would
I have-
explain it, though.
I have a feeling that's a no, Jared.
No.
Well, do you guys
Is
know
this
which one
it?
that's referring to?
Please tell me this is Westboro Baptist Church.
Oh, geez, that would make.
Yes.
Oh no, the other option there you wished would actually be the fundamentalist Church of
Yep, there you
Latter-day
go.
Saints.
Oh, damn.
Oh my god.
The Holy Spirit board, not Ouija board. Sorry.
Oh my god. Wow.
What the fuck is this shit?
Sold on Amazon, advertises as Christian religious talking board. Oh wow. I gotta check this out. I gotta
You
search
gotta
that
buy
out.
one. Buy one. Someone buy one.
Christian
I'm starting a GoFundMe. I want to buy one.
board. Oh wow. The images. The Holy Spirit board by Holy Spirit Games. Holy fucking
Hey, it's available on Prime.
There's a cross.
wow.
And
And
what's
it's
the
only
price?
$30.
Don't worry, Jared. I'm sharing it to everybody.
Get the answers you need. The Holy Spirit board can answer all of life's most important questions straight from the man himself. Did you just assume God's gender?
Yes, they did. They obviously haven't watched Dogma yet.
Oh,
Wow.
the expletive of Jesus fucking Christ fails to cover
no,
this
no.
properly.
Oh, I have. If I'm going to do this properly, I have to channel somebody. I have to channel Maximum Batty. What the fuckity fuck?
Yeah,
So,
that about
phone call.
explains it.
Glory to God. I think Afterlife God himself.
Oh, okay. I would love to be with a religious nutter using that thing just so I could manipulate it so that God's reply to their question is, "You're a dumbass."
Just being a little magnet made underneath the table.
It make it possessed.
Yes.
Understatement.
Well, on the clusterfuck side of the spectrum, let's continue
Be right back.
because sobriety sucks, and at this point, I really need to be drunk after seeing that religious Ouija board.
To be honest, I did not expect this going in, and now I'm glad I've got my whiskey out.
Well, did anybody see Angry Cops today?
Yes.
I saw part of it and refused to watch the rest.
Oh,
It's-
Emotional, damn it.
and
Yeah.
would you
it's
like the-
almost like Canada. It's almost as bad as Canada.
So, Nikki, would you like the bullet points?
I got the bullet points from Mira.
Yeah. So for those out there in the audience who are blissfully unaware, let's ruin that right now.
Yes. Come out of your eggshell this moment. You do not have a choice.
So for those who were otherwise unaware, let's explain the system as of today that it is currently constituted for the former service members who have to deal with the VA as a result of injuries and changes in physical condition due to the time served in the military. If someone were to leave the military today, they would have a physical and mental and who knows how many other evaluations performed by the VA for what is called a disability rating. Now, just because you get a disability rating that puts you into the VA system does not mean you are unable to work. It's not a disability in that sense. It's just the government's way of quantifying the change in your physical state due to however long your term of service was and whatever conditions and injuries you sustained while on active duty. Or while being an active drilling reservist and all that, those shenanigans. But the premise is the same. The military took you into active service at one state of health, and you are now leaving at a different state. If there is significant change in one or multiple areas, such as hearing, sight, mobility, all sorts of that shit, you then get a percentage rating. You can be rated as disabled, but 0%. What that means is, yes, you are in the VA system. Yes, you get coverage for whatever service-connected injuries they have accepted, but you don't get a monthly stipend. And this is for people who are not of the 20-year retirement pay area. This is for people who are not in that segment. If you get a rating of 10% or higher, then you get a monthly stipend, a monthly compensation for your disability rating that tops out at a little under $4,000 a month, tax-free, right off the rip. So yeah, 100% disabled at the VA, you're at $3,000 and change a month, tax-free, off the rip, and you can still go work. Here's the rub with what just came out recently. Someone, in their infinite idiocy, decided to draft a bill, and it is going through Congress, that would change how that payout works. That if you and your household make too much money, that disability payment starts getting whittled away.
That penalty starts at what, 125,000?
Yeah,
Total?
household gross income.
Household gross income. So between you, your spouse, and if you have adult children in the household who are also working, their income's counted too. And so if you make less than $125,000 a year combined household income, there's no change to your payments. At $125,000, they start chipping away to where if your household reaches $170,000, you get nothing.
And anywhere between 125,000 and 170,000, under 170,000 per year, you lose $1 for every $2 above 125,000 that your household makes. So if you're making 150,000, so that's 25,000 above, you lose 12,500 per year, knocking you back down to 13.7.
Well, no. So your household income does not include rating does not include the disability payment. This is all money you make for working or other income sources.
But basically, the government is going to tax the ever-loving shit after $125K out of your yearly pay for your household gross income.
Well, here's the thing. Your disability is non-taxable. So it doesn't factor into that. They're looking at taxable household income. So what you make from an employer that is actually ends up being reported to the IRS. Guess what? Just my pay alone from the work I have been doing at a couple of businesses now and the little bit of change I get from here, I'm close to that 125 barrier myself. Just me.
Yeah, and I imagine that whatever everyone else in the household is doing is going to put you over that maximum limit.
Well, so when you're a small business and a startup, you can get really funky with the accounting and it not be illegal.
Ah, that's right.
Because, yes, my wife is a business owner. So there is that factor on my specific situation. But it's still, when you look at it, as Angry Cops put it, this isn't income. This isn't a return on investment kind of thing that can be affected. This is some sort of repayment for the fucked up shit that we had to deal with while on active duty. And the injuries and everything that resulted.
And to be frank, a lot of us in the military would still prefer to be useful to our communities and our nation at large. So that means that we want to go back to work. Now, if we're having that money taken away from us, that's going to make us feel useless and unwanted, meaning that at some point, some of us are going to want to eventually just up and kill ourselves, to put it bluntly, because, well, we're being forced to be useless.
And honestly, that happens a lot more than people think.
22
I'm
a day.
pretty sure. Yeah. Wow. Shit.
That is an entire platoon per day. A platoon.
That's
Yeah. Well, and I'm sure some people out there who just come by the headline or are just dropping in are wondering, where did this come from? What was the impetus for this to even be considered an option? Well, the government, what's their fucking name? The Finance Oversight Committee, pretty much the budget hounds in the government.
Yeah, the Congressional Budget Office.
Yeah, they started wondering, hey, why is the VA budget seeing significant increases over these past 20-something years? I mean, it's almost like something happened a little over 20 years ago.
Does anyone remember a number of buildings in the New York area going down?
Did something happen around, I don't know, what was it, the end of 2001?
September, I think.
Maybe September? I think August?
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't know.
It's almost like the U.S. military has been on constant deployments to active zones with hostilities taking place for 22 fucking years straight.
Isn't that the definition of
And we still have troops in Syria.
war?
No.
Well,
I think that's a war.
it's
war
almost-
has been going on for the past 22 years?
I mean, it's
and
almost
counting.
like
And
China?
counting.
No.
it's almost like a global war on something.
But what could that something be? And why was it global? But that's not an important question right now. What was that something? What could that have possibly been? Does the military have any kind of awards related to that?
I know what it was. It was the global war on finding more oil and cheaper oil. Oh no, wait, that was the actual reason. Never mind.
Yes. The global war on weapons of mass destruction in Iraq?
Military grade butt plugs.
Yes. No, I think that's just the Navy.
Hey, I mean,
Hey, some give, some take.
There's no wrong hole in the Navy.
There's
See,
no
see,
such thing
see,
as
see.
No.
no. I got this, Jerry. I got this. At least us in the Navy, we admit that we're gay.
Wait, hold on. Let me do a basic Google search for like 5 seconds.
Careful, you might come up with flat Earth.
Wait,
And hang on.
all that
Okay.
thing that's been happening for the past 22 years, the global war on terror since September 11th, 2001. Holy fucking shit! It's almost as if the past 22 years of veterans that have been going overseas, sacrificing their lives for this fucking country, have turned you consistent in congressional budget office! You absolutely degenerates! Ruining our brothers and sisters' lives! How about this? Take a fucking rope and make yourself a tree decoration this coming Christmas!
And for everyone out there in the audience, no, I did not mess with his audio. That was Google doing it for us.
You have no idea how pissed that makes me right now.
Try
Yeah,
to
what-
relax your anus.
Yeah, remember, we still got troops in Syria, too, so,
Yeah, and they deserve all the fucking benefits the same prior to this coming change.
Now, what the hell actually did happen recently in Syria? I saw something today that they're trying to connect to Iran, but it seemed kind of loose and shady.
there was like an Iranian drone that struck, a barracks or something, and then we struck back.
Well, it was Iranian built, but do we know if it was actually the Iranians who were controlling?
That's why I said an Iranian drone. I don't know who actually was controlling it, but apparently it was ISIS. So, because we struck an ISIS compound, I guess.
Fuck.
Well, I mean,
Is there a drone there?
and
Damn.
there's also the thing that happened in the Black Sea, where two Su-27s decided to get froggy with a Reaper drone. So,
Yeah, which actually, stemming from that, I actually heard about that one and ended up reading an article about what happened that is probably about 10 years ago now, give or take, where the Chinese did something similar in their version of that aircraft, and they took out an EP-3 Ares.
yeah.
Yeah, for those who don't know, the EP-3 Ares is the signals intelligence version of the P-3 Orion. Really fucking decked out in a lot of intelligence gear and communication gear that early 2010s, if I remember right, the collision happened and the aircraft ended up crash landing on a Chinese base. Yeah. Can you say, whoopsie?
Mhm.
In Chinese.
Oh, no, there's an American whoopsie because it was the American pilot that was actually there doing it. But granted, there's a lot of geopolitical bullshit that's been going on that aspect that when you really look at it has been escalating over the years. And at this point, it's not a question of when China starts actually lobbing lead at targets. It's a question of when.
I thought they would be already trying to take over Taiwan by now.
They're getting close because the current I forget his name, Xi Jinping, the current leader of the Chinese Communist Party, has said that
Reminder, the newly elected, quote-unquote, president, quote-unquote, of the free, quote-unquote, Chinese people.
yeah.
Yeah, 11 points.
He stated a couple years ago that he wanted to reunite China by a particular anniversary that at the time was about 5 years away. So we're getting to crunch time on that actually being an action
Well,
they take.
Here's a fun little bit of info and speculation. I think China was going to invade this year or last year.
But Russia fucked it up for them.
Russia fucked it up
Yep.
Yeah,
because
definitely.
now that Russia and now it's been a year in Ukraine.
Is that the
Now that-
reason
Hold on. Hold on. Now that Russia has fucked up the Ukraine invasion so goddamn bad, and NATO is giving Ukraine actual viable weapons, soon to be F-16s too, by the way. China's like, well, thanks, Russia. You just ramped up the military spending of all of NATO.
Yeah.
You're starting to awaken the dragon again, Russia. Stop doing it, Russia. Actually, keep on doing it. We want to murder your
But here's
face.
the real question, though. Is that why all the Russian body armor and everything says made in China and can't stop a freaking BB?
Oh no! The original Russian body armor was made in Russia.
Oh, this is just more recent shit that China's giving to Russia because NATO is giving shit to Ukraine.
There were soldiers that found some Ukraine, which was United States body armor, and tested it against their own, and they got pissed.
Uh-oh.
They set it down on a log or something, and just sat there and fired just a 9mm, their equivalent of the 9mm at it. Ours stopped it.
Huh? It's almost
Theirs,
as
it went
if we
straight
designed our
through.
shit to work.
No. They designed their shit to work, but the corruption made it not work.
Well,
This is
It's
why
all-
their ERA was filled with cardboard instead of stuff that actually would stop certain rounds.
It's almost as if we don't nearly have as much corruption as Russia does, or China for that matter.
Well,
Oh, well.
China,
Um,
at least China, actually has a military that's slightly scary.
Yeah, only because they have the numerical advantage. That is it.
no,
there's
more to it than that.
Because
Because
way more than that.
it's not just the raw numbers that China can pull that is an issue. It's the fact that their homegrown technology and development has actually improved.
Only because
Yeah.
of corporate espionage that we've allowed to happen since Bill Clinton signed them into the global trade org.
It wasn't just industrial espionage. The F-117 that got shot down over Syria, they bought the technology from there too.
Yeah,
And so-
that's why they actually have a viable stealth fighter besides just the United States doing it.
If only we
Russia
had-
has
if
one
only
too.
we had the
They just
B1R.
can't build them.
No. Russia has 10. The other
10.
the other 10 that they have, which would be a grand total of 20, are for other purposes.
Yeah, they're
so in other
demonstrators
words,
and
those
test beds.
that second set of 10 are made entirely out of wood.
No, they fly. They're just not military capable.
No, they're inflatable, just like our
They-
tanks were.
They were test
But-
beds.
Yeah, that's all they are. They have 10 set aside for test beds, and the other 10 are for the actual Air Force / Wagner. Which Wagner, I think, has like a handful, like 2 or 3 of them.
Throat's still sore from yelling over that VA bullshit.
Now tell us how you really feel.
Yeah.
I don't know. We may not be able to hear it.
Yeah, no, I would rather yell face to face over that shit.
But yeah, like
Nice.
yeah. I mean, when you're pulling out tanks that are
You're pulling them
60
from a
year
fucking
old-
museum.
yes, it would be the equivalent of the United States saying, "Fuck, we need to refurbish all our battleships and pull them back out."
I mean, at least our
Wha-
battleships are known to work.
Well,
Time
hang
to,
on.
time to get the Mississippi out of dry dock.
Hang on. If you look at most of our museum ships that would technically be considered for reactivation, we
It
at
would
least
take
know the
so much
process.
money.
It would, but so here's the thing: it would take just as much money to bring, say, the Missouri back to active quality as it would to build a new one. But here's the difference. It would be quicker to refit the Mighty Mo.
Yeah.
Because the Mighty Mo is already there. All we have to do is replace certain modules or parts, and then
Well,
she'd be
Yes.
fit for sale.
There's a lot that would have to be upgraded, especially on the electrical side of the house.
Well, it's
Oh,
also,
definitely.
It's also essentially where we already got most of our dry docks for shipbuilding already occupied with aircraft carriers and other things.
Yep.
And it'd just be easier just to pull that into a refit area and just refit it because the hole's already there. We don't have to lay a kill. We don't have to lay down
Yeah.
the hole.
You
It's
could do
already
it
there. You
pairside.
just gotta refurbish it. That would
And
be it.
hell, the Nevada served as a perfect test bed to see just how durable the Iowa class hull really is. Like,
Yeah.
we can take a couple nukes to the face just fine, and she'd still be combat capable.
The crew, on the other hand,
Now, well, yeah, it's-
I mean, if the hull survives, then in theory, the crew should be able to survive until the end of that battle, which
Well,
is...
it depends on the contamination and how good they actually set their conditioned zebra.
True.
That
I
is
mean,
fair.
all right. So
That's why I said in theory.
let's look at this in another perspective too. So Russia's prime scariness was
Holy
60s
shit,
and
it's Jim Brown.
70s.
Yeah.
Today.
Looks like my Google Chrome is crapping as per usual.
That's why I switched to Opera.
And
But-
I hate
now they just don't have their corruption has gone so wild now that we got this T-14 tank, super tank, blah blah blah. It's a piece of shit.
Yeah, and that little phone thing on the outside, on the back of the
Oh, no.
turret,
No.
that's from Japan
no.
in 35.
No. Don't even worry about the phone. You know where its engine's from?
It's from Nazi Germany. Yeah, a very
No.
specific engine that they had to modify.
It's worse than that. It's from a Porsche Tiger.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, and anyone knows the story of the Porsche Tiger, they know. Yeah.
Yeah, I saw Laserpig's video on the T-14 Armada. That thing is not going to survive combat
It
at
won't.
all. It's
what
not
do-
going to survive combat against its World War II predecessors.
No, we just need a full battalion of R3s, and we'll be set.
Oh God,
No.
no.
Just one Abrams. That'll take all of Moscow.
Wait. Which R3? The AA version of the R3 or the recoilless rifle version of the R3?
Ooh, I'd say the
The
AA
Royalist
version
rifle.
because that thing's fast mover.
Recoilless rifle. You want to make sure those things are dead, along with every single crew member inside. You do not want survivors. You
Well,
want
the AAR
tomato soup in every.
I gotta pull this up.
You want tomato soup to be the
And
end
all
result
the
of
R3s
every
have the shark paint on them.
Yes.
You want every T-14 to turn into a can of soup,
Nice.
a boiled can of soup.
Oh, yeah, that's the recoilless R3.
All right.
Yeah. That's what you want.
What did you send me?
it is more a question.
And
No,
it
no,
swims.
I just had to see if I could translate it myself. I'm
Ah,
studying German now too with Babbel.
This thing swims too.
Ooh,
Yes, it does.
VTOL VR just added a 2-seater jet. I'll have
Oh.
to see that for later.
okay, Burns, I'm liking that paint job.
Yes.
Yes, the shark AA. Yes.
Yeah, that's the R3. That's the AA R3, and Nikki had the recoilless rifle version up.
Why go with the anti-air?
Wait. Hang on. It's the AAR3. It's the R.
Why go with the R3 though?
Because
how fast these little
swims.
fuck and how fast they go.
It swims
yeah,
and it will do 71 miles an hour.
Okay. Now, why the anti-air variant? Why not
Because
the recoilless rifle?
it can kill a main
It can
battle
kill
tank.
tanks too.
It can kill a main battle tank.
I've
Oh,
killed
it's-
many tanks with this thing.
In fact, actually, in War Thunder, the R3 is so cancerous. It will knock out a barrel, knock out the tracks, and
Yep.
then, depending on where the turret ring is located on some tanks, we'll
Yes.
take that out too.
It
And-
runs a 20 millimeter cannon on top.
Oh, that's the anti-air variant. Okay.
Yeah, it's the
It's
anti-air
got an
variant.
Anzio.
Yeah,
It's
it's
got
100.
the Anzio on top. Okay. I'll fuck with that.
I want to see it in action now.
Yeah, because this does. It's 120 round clips, and you get 5 clips.
Alright, I'll go
clips?
test
I
drive
think
it
you
real
mean
quick.
box mags.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're,
no,
yeah,
no.
what? Yeah, they're
Yeah,
box mags. Yeah,
Yeah.
you get to.
Fucking Sneeko, shut the fuck up.
Jared, yes, we'll need Gio's translation on that, by the way.
I don't. Yeah, he's not awake right now. And otherwise,
It's Friday.
I would
He can wake
pester
up.
him.
It's Friday. He can wake up. It's not like he's got school tomorrow.
Fair point.
He's probably on Doom anyways
Ooh,
on
it
his fucking
swims.
laptop.
Yeah, it does. Oh,
And he loves that
yes.
laptop.
yeah. They call the R3 a meme tank because of what it does.
It's not even a tank, it's an armored car.
My
Oh,
problem is
God.
the reload.
And now the great white R3 is in a snowbank.
Yes, we're in a snow map. And actually, I was actually in a match where 3 R3s took on a tank. They acted as a wolf pack.
Ooh.
Nice.
Who made the R3 anyway?
Italy.
Yeah, it's an Italian tank.
Oh, wow.
An Italian vehicle.
Vehicle, not a tank. It's an Italian
Yeah.
vehicle.
Armored car.
That's pretty much all it is.
Yeah. Tanks have treads, not wheels.
Tanks are no. There was someone who's like, tank. All right, here's the definition between what's a tank and what's not a tank. A tank is able to tank a main round to the face.
Yeah. A car can't.
Not so much. Unless you angle it right, you might be able to, depending on the shell size.
Again, that's depending on very much too many
Yeah,
variables.
there
for
are
it
a
to
lot
be
of variables for
use.
that.
Yeah, too many to be valid. So, if you could take a shell, any shell, to the face, to include a PFSD,
Yep. If you can dodge a bullet.
This is a tank.
If you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge a bullet.
and if you could dodge a bullet, you can dodge the most advanced version of throwing a fucking rock.
I've actually had my R3 flipped before because of it. Oh shit! Right there.
And this is not a tank.
Ah, on fire.
Not you dead.
Uh-oh.
Ah, I'm dead.
Aw.
I got killed by a PT-76 Bravo. Right there.
Jared, I sent
Oh,
you some homework for later.
that's okay. Here, I can be cheeky. I'm gonna bring in a 1-0, a little biplane.
The fuck?
God.
A
Yeah, that's one of the
hydroplane.
things you've missed over the last few weeks.
Looks like a seaplane.
It is. It's a hydroplane.
Yes.
Of course. What else would have that pontoon in
Well,
the center?
there's other planes that have it too. That's
Oh,
just not.
yes, but that pontoon is very
I know.
obviously water.
Yep.
Yeah, but I'd enjoy
Yeah.
turning that pontoon into a bomb.
A bomb.
There you go. There's all your gauges. What do these do?
Not much. Not in that game. But okay, Jay.
Actually, yeah, they kind of do.
I
I
need a
may
bit
be
more
retarded.
context to that one.
So you know how we were discussing another topic that last night that Nikki's not comfortable with us always talking about.
Oh, the egg. Well,
Yeah.
it ended up with talking about the egg. But
Yeah.
okay.
One of the big lack of a better term propaganda pieces out there is that TLC show I Am Jazz, right?
Oh yeah.
I am not
Jazz
aware
is-
of that TV show, and I
My
have
wife
a feeling
watches
I
it.
should be thankful.
Okay, so Jazz is at the start. Jazz, I think, was 9 or 10 when they started, and was being raised as a female, but is actually biologically a male. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah, Jazz.
I think I
at the
heard
age of
about
like
this a
16 and
little bit.
17, just Jazz ended up
Oop.
transitioning at 16 or 17. I can't remember. But now is coming out as emotionally not
Regretting
stable
it.
right now. I won't say necessarily regretting it because I haven't watched any of the episodes. I've only got my information, unfortunately, on this from the right side of politics. I haven't really seen much of anybody doing counter videos to the likes of Sydney or actual Justice Warrior.
Mhm.
But if you take them at their face value and they're being accurate and honest, then yes, she would be regretting it. However, I'm not going to go that far. I would say more or less just emotionally isn't handling the situation right now. Because it is a major change, no matter what time of life
Shit.
you do it.
Emotionally unstable.
Oh, fuck. I wouldn't say unstable, just not. You're missing a wing or two.
Don't worry.
They'll just float
Now
to
you're
the
missing
ground.
more than just a wing.
Yep.
It might be
Anyways,
missing a leg.
I think you would actually enjoy like hearing about it, but the actual Justice Warrior one I'm a little meh about because he's promoting more of a more propaganda style of it than actually is there.
Mm.
I mean, some of the stuff the mom's talking about is more or less just frustration on her part, but at the same time, I can understand the context where he's coming from on it, because the mom is with the help of this showing on TLC and everything, is putting out for all these surgeries and everything. It just yeah.
Yeah, it's just a whole ball of wax around that, especially when you're dealing with certain age groups, and then the question of how much of it is actual, how much of it is just
Exactly, and and my biggest concern is more or less for Jazz themselves, because of the fact that you don't really know, because their side of everything, because of how in the media they are. They don't get a chance to really let their guard down.
Yeah, now Jazz is probably wondering what the fuck happened and why it had to be this way.
Yeah, well, Jazz is also now all of a sudden having emotional connections and wanting to date women. So, people are, it's a mess. It's a snowball.
Almost as if that's something that shouldn't have happened in the first place.
Well, we don't.
You don't know the whole story, so you can't judge that.
Yeah,
it's just difficult. As I instinctively want to err on the side of caution of any major medical changes and procedures like this when it comes to adolescents and children, because of the potential. But at the same time, you gotta also be cognizant of there are people in those age groups that actually have enough self-awareness to not be just going off of other shit.
Yes. And see, that's where a lot of people miss the disconnect too. It's like there are people who like, oh yeah, I'm trans, blah blah blah, early on life, and then later on they realize maybe I'm not. But you're talking again, like we talked about last night. It's a 1% of a 1%. That you can't quantify those numbers one way or the other because it's such a small margin. It's like the whole thing with, oh, well, all trans people want to go into women's restrooms or men's restrooms, mostly the trans women, want to go to women's restrooms for, because they want to look at women. The fuck? You're talking like even a 1% of a 1% of a 1% at that point.
Yeah.
There's going to be ones that do that, but you just want to go pee.
Well, but the question is, how do you appropriately set a standard and an expectation that is fair and balanced, knowing that there is that potential out there? And that's where it gets tough. That's where a lot of the disconnect ends up happening is most of us on this panel can agree with the term that you can't please everyone. But the question is, who do you piss off and who do you put at risk? That's where the difficulty is in deciding where to draw certain lines.
And people said politics is easy.
Well,
those people are stupid.
If I was in a position with more of the power and influence, I would actually make it relatively easy. Because I would just piss everyone fucking off. And
Let me get my spirit talking board, and I'll get the answers for you.
You would try to make it easy. Let's be realistic about it.
No, because what I have seen is, and this holds true for a vast majority of cases, the best compromises are the ones that no one is happy with.
Exactly.
Yeah, and that would be my goal. That would be the thing, is if every person who has an opinion on it has something to nitpick, well, then we're actually at a middle point. We're actually at a compromise. It's just
where
here's kind of my issue with my whole trans community that I refuse to admit that I am part of. Some of them just want to exist. Simple existence, that's it. The others, or some others, just want to rain chaos down.
And those are the people that are the problem.
Reasons.
Yeah,
I'm sorry, when you try to dox a streamer because they want to play a video game.
Those doxers are the parasites that must be removed.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing is, the people of any community that just want to be themselves, just want to be able to do and live as close to what is deemed a normal life as possible, have at it. I have no problem with that.
Yeah.
It's the people who try to then, who start out that way or claim they want that, but then want to force others into additional bullshit to make themselves feel better and more important. Those are the motherfuckers that I have a problem with.
If you're someone that is crying for more validation, you do not deserve it. Simple as. If you want that validation, actually earn it.
Well, and even then, it's not so much earn the validation, it's do the work yourself to where you don't need the outside validation.
Yeah,
because that in and of itself... Well, no, it's not earning it. Because here's the thing. If you require outside validation for your own mental health, then you have a bigger mental health problem, and that's what you need to be addressing.
Instead of just getting that validation on its own.
Right. Instead of forcing other people to give you what you believe you need and deserve for your own mental health. No. The only person ultimately responsible for your mental health is yourself.
So maybe take a longer look in the fucking mirror and get the fuck offline before you speak any further. about how you're lacking that validation.
Mostly resolved. I like that part.
They mostly come out at night. Mostly.
But see, that's the thing is, I even mentioned this before in multiple other streams on this channel, and even last night, is I have my own mental health concerns and issues that I deal with on a daily basis. I expect everyone that lives in reality, and especially those who don't, have their own. The responsibility and onus for dealing with those is with you. You may need help. You may need some guidance from an outside perspective. That's where the therapists and actual professionals who are trained in it come in. That's where actually cultivating and building a good support network outside of the therapy sessions come into play. But you're not using those avenues for validation. It's just having a proper fucking network of support around you so you can be the best you that you can. And
Rank does not matter.
And some people seem to want to completely ignore that. They want to be the center of attention. They want to be this beacon, this pariah, or this martyr.
And the way I see it, those that want to be that martyr, pariah, whatever, they don't actually have those problems. They just want control.
Or attention. Like, it actually, a bit of curiosity. Nikki, what is your opinion of Dylan Mulvaney?
Name sounds familiar, but I'm not sure.
Give me a second, and I'll get you a video.
The 370-something days of being a girl now?
Oh, I'm mixed on that one.
Yeah, I have a feeling that the whole process thing and the decision to transition was entirely for attention and getting to the point where they are in social media right now and what it's brought them. That's my opinion of Dylan, is that Dylan was a very flamboyant, openly homosexual man, but wasn't getting the attention and traction in the career that they wanted, and saw this as an avenue. That's my read of it.
I could see that.
And it's sad that there are people that do that, that would even consider it.
Again, 1% of a 1%.
Yeah. And actually at this point, everyone on the panel is aware. It really does come from a military mindset. One person in a group or a command or a division, one person fucks up. Who pays for it? Damn near everyone.
Yep. We have a beautiful saying in the Navy, Jared. One ship, one screw.
One team, one fight. Then that one's also thrown in there.
Oh.
But that's... I hated that mentality when I was in.
Yes.
But I see it playing out so much more in just regular society now that all I can really do is just laugh. And some people wonder why in certain situations I don't get fazed. And it's because my expectations of people really do end up being that low.
Yes. That's why I hate people outside of people I actually associate with.
That's kind of a cool beatbox we got going on there. Not sure where it's coming from.
Yeah, I have no idea.
What's that?
Hearing like old school audio reverb, like
Oh,
8-bit shit. Not sure where it's coming from, but it's
wasn't someone playing an 8-bit game? Was that Jay earlier?
Yeah, I
Jay-
shut that down a
Jay
while
was-
ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
It was a
J-
16-bit TMNT game, old
Yeah.
arcade style.
There
Yeah.
it goes. There.
Now there were how many F4s that just took off there?
And Nikki ain't one.
Almost the entire team outside of 2.
Nice. So
All
that's a throw.
all F4s except outside of an ADF and an F5E.
Yeah, so it's a Vietnam throwback there.
Ah, we can get him.
Looks like
Yeah.
Winnie the Pooh's trying to get frisky.
And also, most of them are premiums.
Hmm. Oh no.
Oh, Black Bear.
I've seen.
Humans?
I saw this video. Yeah.
I mean,
Does-
oh, at least he's being relatively gentle. I'll give him that.
Come on, baby, come back to my place.
I
Fine.
You know, hang on. I thought bear was the affectionate term of a big, burly, hairy gay man.
That's a young bear right there.
He's
Not yet quite grown up.
I think I'm missing something.
Yeah, it looks like you're
You
kind
think?
of missing some pieces there, Burns.
Hmm.
The ZSU got me.
Oh. Yeah, those things are sneaky.
Well, I
am
was
really
shooting it, but it
sneaky
took me out.
Took you out, but you didn't get your dinner.
Yeah.
Looks like the evening ended prematurely, kind of like Cal's sex life.
Well, hey ho, what?
I was trying to drink some beer there.
What sex life?
Oh,
Oh,
What sex life?
no,
that thing.
That's exactly it. Like I said, it ended prematurely.
I haven't had one, and I'm almost
He even-
25.
He even got a rejection from Lefty Lucy.
No, I just haven't really cared to be with anyone since, being technically underage.
Yeah, well, admit it. There's way too much of a risk.
Honestly, yes. Especially with how the typical social media female is.
Well, and that was actually something else that I brought up on the stream
Very,
with Claire View.
very valid.
Is that bitches be crazy, and what is absolutely hilarious is after I said that, Wrecker, who was on the panel, pointed out that neither of the two females that were on the panel with us even tried to deny it.
Yeah,
Because
fair.
they know it's right. They know it's right.
Yeah, they know that there's too much of a majority out there to argue against.
Well, it might not even be a majority. It's just the vocal group, the ones that are putting themselves out there.
Yeah, and the large majority of them really are just crazy to one extent or another, and I'm just not about that.
Oh, I remember what brought it up, too. There was a social media influencer who was talking about how a date didn't go well, and she had blocked the guy because he didn't want to pay an additional $3 for cheese on his burger at the restaurant they were at.
So she ghosted him because he didn't want extra cheese on his own burger.
No. Not extra cheese. The conversation at the time that the guy was having with the waitress was whether or not the burger he was about to order came with cheese. And the waitress said, no, that's an additional $3. And he's like, oh, no, never mind, then I won't do it. And the
Oh.
chick that he was on the date with took issue with it.
For
Why?
not spending $3 extra. So she ghosted his whole ass over $3.
I mean, to be
Well-
fair, I mean, $3 for a slice of cheese is pretty expensive.
Yeah, I
And-
can see where he was coming from to begin with, and then she
And-
just goes off the deep end like,
Well,
"Oh, you insulted my entire bloodline because
Oh.
you wouldn't get me cheese."
oh, hang on. It gets better. One, it was in New York City. So the
Oh,
price
that-
does kind of start to make sense.
Yeah, I was about to say New York. That
Not
explains
by
cheese.
much,
But
but yeah.
But at the same time, I can guarantee you that burger alone, before the charge for the cheese, was at least $25. So she keeps going with the story, and it ultimately comes down to, because of this and a throwaway comment about the conversation being somewhat boring, that she got up to go to the bathroom, but when she did, she actually went ahead and paid the bill, left, texted the guy that she left, and then blocked him. And that was the end of the first story. She ends up getting a bunch of flack because, wait, your main issue was his decision to not get cheese on his burger? What the fuck? And people laid into her in her comments. So she ended up apparently, if you believe her story, unblocking him, and they're set to go out on another date.
I don't believe her for a second.
Which, my first view of this chickadee, I immediately had the feeling of unreliable narrator. There was probably truth to it. There was probably a fair amount of truth, like more true than not. But there were details that it just didn't add up to me. Kind of like someone else recently who says that they got arrested for something, and they got arrested for beating up someone, but have also previously claimed to have such degenerative health issues that they need an amputation and can often barely use one of their arms. But they totally beat up a guy to the point that he was the one that got arrested.
Oh,
Probably because he used a good arm.
The story is he got the dude in a headlock and then beat him. But also at the same time threw him.
I wonder if he's telling said story because someone found out he got arrested.
That's my guess, is that the majority of the details just aren't going to add up.
Well, first, it was a nuclear power rod that I have to lift with the bad arm.
Yeah, just remember, people. Just ask yourself this: how many people do you know that have a severe knee injury that opt for an amputation that then somehow gets delayed by a couple of years?
Why would it get delayed by years?
The initial claim was a lot of elective services getting delayed and rescheduled because of the disease of unnamed origin, or the person telling the story is full of shit and just tries to get sympathy in any and every way possible because they're fucking pathetic.
Speaking of the disease which shall not be named, apparently I heard a little bit of how Biden might be signing into law or Congress, one of the two, that the origins of said disease is going to be forcibly published for public view fairly soon, question mark? Though I've only really seen the headline, and I really need to do a little bit of digging in on that for China Uncensored.
It came from a McDonald's fry vat.
Well, and that's the thing, is the actual origin should be known.
Yes.
Should.
Yes. It should have been known day one, which was now over
Well-
3 years ago.
Well, I won't say day one, but I will say that as soon as that information is confirmed is when it should have been released.
Which, again, was about 3 years ago. Because if the nation in question, which currently, due to context, shall not be named, was actually compliant with the investigations that were initially launched when this happened, then that would have been published effectively day one.
Yeah, but every state has their secrets.
Mm-hmm. And some states should not be allowed to have secrets. Some.
No. When it comes to things like that, that is one of those that I will say is an all or nothing. You either let states have certain types of secrets for their own security and ego, for lack of a better term, or no one does. You cannot have special cases when it comes to something like that. Because that's what stuff like that, variable standards of that nature are what are going to cement and push future hostilities to happen. But if everyone's under the same standard, then no one can really bitch. Well, they can all bitch because they're all dealing with the same bullshit.
But it will be futile.
Or they can stop bitching because everyone is dealing with the same bullshit.
Because everyone dealing with the same bullshit, in that case, bitching about it would be futile and moot.
Exactly.
But your same standard is more rigorous than my same standard. Someone will bitch about something.
But at
that point, it will be irrelevant.
True.
Well, and there's also this difference too. There needs to stop being the difference between the intent and verbiage of a standard and the implementation of that standard.
It really does need to start matching 1-to-1.
Yeah. Or if there is a deviation between the written verbiage and its actual enforceability, well, that enforceability is blanket enforceability. There's no special treatment for anyone for any condition.
Like certain individual that might be indicted.
That really doesn't narrow it down there, Burns.
Oh yeah, that was said to have
happened on Tuesday.
Yeah, that was supposed to be Tuesday, but it still hasn't happened.
Yeah, and every time I hear someone say that, especially about that target, I say, okay, yeah, let's see when it happens.
Yeah, because how long has that been going around now? 7 years?
People have been targeting him for 6 years consistently.
And nothing's happened yet.
Well, nothing has stuck. And that's the thing is, they had opportunities, they had legitimate issues to bring up, but they couldn't make them stick. And
now they're using a state court to go after this individual over something that happened before his promotion, we shall call it for the time being.
And they're even fucking that up.
And the first fuck up is that you waited 7 years, give or take, for you to actually follow through on this shit. You're too fucking late.
Well, that one was they had exceeded the 7-year mark, so they had extended beyond the statute of limitations, which is why they changed it from one type of thing to a campaign finance issue, hoping that they could still get them for the same thing. But when it first was brought to the public light, it was initially addressed as a campaign finance issue, and then, oh wait, it actually wasn't.
Oh, what's this?
So that means that this is basically, in effect, double jeopardy.
It should end up being determined that way because of the chain of events and how it's happened. I don't think it actually will be determined that initially. It will end up, I see it actually ended up going to at least one round of appeals where that is going to be the play, and it'll probably get knocked down at that point for that. But again, it's one of those things of, if the person you're going after really is as horrible and idiotic as they claim, there shouldn't be this level of difficulty to fucking catch him on something.
It's almost as if your target actually knows, to one extent or another, what he's doing in regards to defending himself in the court of law.
Or just trying to, keep delay.
That's also fair.
That is a tact.
Mm-hmm.
But it still goes to the fact that he knows something of what he's doing.
Well, there's a saying around all technical positions. He knows enough to be dangerous. And that's that is part of the issue, is that when you actually pay attention to decisions he makes, comments he makes, and all of that, is Trump is not the paragon that a lot of people have tried to build him out to be. He just fucking lucked out because the Democrats thought they had it in the bag way too fucking early, and didn't. And the Democrats, especially in the last 15 years, have had a very difficult time reading the room of the populace as a whole.
They're having troubles today.
Yeah, but because there is those double standards out there and that hypocrisy, you can have two candidates do effectively the same thing. One, they try to fucking lynch him, for lack of a better term. The other, they try to make up every excuse under the goddamn sun to excuse it, to make it out to be less than what it actually was.
Are we complaining about the two-party system now?
Oh no, it's just politics in general.
Okay,
whether it was a two-party system or more party system, you would still have this level of fuckery.
Be right back. Dinner's done. I gotta go do other things. The joys of cooking and streaming at the same time.
Oh, yes. Don't worry. Well, next time we'll make sure we'll have John Jackson and Jack Johnson.
You know what? I would actually rather prefer that to what we've been getting the last couple of election cycles.
Now, what would happen if you cloned Trump and had him run against himself?
Oh god, it would be fucking
Hey, that
hilarious.
your wall policy has not gone far enough.
We would have
gone too far.
we
I
would-
say
we
that
would
it's
have-
not gone too far enough.
we would have two politicians yelling, "Grab her by the pussy." They would put 4 people up there just to grab.
Yes,
Oh,
I would actually have dual. I would actually
hang
want
on.
dual presidency if that was the thing.
No, hang on. Think of it this way. If they were to actually clone a candidate that has the history and personality traits of Trump, and pit two of them against each other, think about the epic mudslinging and actual revelations we would get throughout the process.
Or any other.
one's a
previous
Democrat,
or
one's a
future-
Republican.
Yeah, but
No, not even that.
no, I think at that point, party wouldn't matter. Think about just how hilarious it would be to sit back and watch
Yes.
while everyone actually finally realizes, oh wait, third parties are an option.
Yeah, maybe we could have that as its own gladiatorial ring, like the Colosseum, except instead of a duel to the death, it's just, a verbal duel to exhaustion.
There you go.
The audience would die first.
Well,
Like
tell
I
you what-
said, to exhaustion.
Tell you what, guys, I'm going to get out of here so I can go watch the fuckery that is over on another channel.
Oh boy.
That's still going on.
Wait, which
Well,
fuckery?
Just fight the fuckery ever. I mean, just figure out the initials because I'm not going to say.
Yeah.
No,
We know who
no,
you're talking about.
No. Useless dipshit. Okay.
Okay, yeah. Oh no, wait! I thought that was the other guy here in Dallas.
No, that was fuckwit.
Oh, fuck what?
Okay.
Well,
All right,
so here's the thing, where that actually where the initial one for Girthy Boy came in was I was putting a Flurf kind of back into his place on Red's channel, and I asked him the question of, well, what content creators and what sources that do not agree with you do you actually watch and listen to and look at? And he named that one. And my immediate response, because I couldn't fucking hold back, was, that's useless. Well, what do you mean he's useless? Well, just remember, you can't believe everything you're told.
Well, like I said, I'm gonna get out of here. You guys have fun with it.
Oh, we will.
Somebody send me a message in Discord if y'all decide to start breaking out the games.
I
All
might
right,
actually see ya. It's one of those. You two are having fun playing that game, and I'm getting tired
don't blame you.
already. So I'm actually okay. So I've been awake since 6:30 in the morning,
Uh-huh.
Uh-huh.
and because of the situation, aside from catching up on some stuff around the house that I've needed to do, I've also been talking a fuck ton today throughout the day. Because, kind of got to talk to people to figure out what's out there and options and get game plans and get people to actually do what the fuck they're supposed to.
Exactly. Yeah, I've been up since 5:30 and won't go to bed until about 12:30.
Oh,
I've
yeah,
been
you gotta
up
go pick
since-
up the wife.
I gotta go pick up the wife.
I woke up at 3:30 a.m. expecting to go to work. When I played a few matches, got ready for work, got to the bus stop, the bus didn't come.
Huh?
So I was like, well, I guess I'm calling in.
Wait, why was the bus not running? Is it some...
It was running. It just was running extremely late, which would have put me late anyway. So I was like, I'm not feeling this today if this bus is going to be late. Kind of like the whole karma, the grand scheme of things in the universe. Which doesn't help because... I was say, which doesn't help because Thursday I had to take off because when I finally was able to get back to work, I got my ass beat at work. And I was not getting out of bed yesterday. And when I did, it wasn't for very long.
Well, and that's part of the issue that I was put into, is that for the first time in years, I was actually still right now, I still have limited feeling in one of my fingers on my right hand, which, for those who didn't know, I actually tore my rotator cuff in multiple places on my right shoulder, and during the injury there was also a pinched nerve that happened. So there is minor nerve damage that flares up from time to time. This flare-up has lasted for over 2 weeks now. And some people wonder why I was a bit surly and not exactly in the right headspace at times. I wonder why.
Yeah.
Is there anything the VA might be able to fix before, the new changes roll out? Or is it not service related?
Well, no, it's supposed to be, but the VA has been a fight because I've gone there a couple times for flare-ups of these injuries that are in the record and are in there as service connected, but then they try to charge me as if they're not service related, because that's another thing too. Circling back around, when you are no longer on active duty and you go to the VA for medical care for anything, if it is for something directly related to or about one of your service connected issues, they eat the bill. But if they try to say that it's not related to that, then they charge you like any other hospital.
And I guess you're the one that has to provide the paperwork saying that it is, in fact, related to your service.
Not necessarily, because it all depends on the physician and how they determine it. Do they determine that it is stemming or a flare-up of this reported issue, or do they deem it as it might be that area, but it is a new presentation? It really depends. Yes. Yeah. That's
I got a fun one that I'm going to have to eventually, because I'm at the point where I really don't want to work anymore, because it's not that I'm getting old. It's just I beat my body up when I was really young, really badly, and the military still took me.
And now it's only been worse.
And it's gotten worse, and the Navy knew about it. So I'm trying to see if I can get disability where the Navy or the military in general aggravated a previously known injury, which I have a couple of them now, but plus on top of the mental health issues that I got from the military too. But
so what does new presentation mean? Like, is it the VA trying to say that it's a new injury on the same spot that is suddenly not service related?
Or it is a symptom that presents in the area, but their evaluation is it's not related to the prior existing condition.
That sounds like
it's fuckery.
Roundabout way of trying to get you off of the benefit.
It's fuckery. That's why I stopped seeking benefits, because I had back issues in the military, but it was nothing concrete. And then now I'm starting to have more back issues outside the military because, one, I got slammed in the I was riding the back of a truck, and the bitch that was driving the truck decided it was really funny to show off in front of her boyfriend to go over a speed hump really well, and my back slammed into the back end of the truck. Oof. So now I'm dealing with that, but I've had MRIs, I've had CAT scans, and I've had x-rays. Nothing's wrong back there physically, but I still have issues. On top of that, I had ACL reconstructive surgery when I was in my teens. While it is healed and technically stronger than the other ACL on my other leg, it's still fucking with me severely bad. And the military did aggravate that. And then the stuff I did afterward aggravated it even further. But I can't, it's just like, oh, well, it's just aggravating an existing injury. We can't do nothing. It's like, yes, you can.
You just don't want to.
Exactly. And it's the same thing with my mental health. I had mental health issues before the Navy. Okay, cool. I had mental health issues because of the Navy. I had mental health issues after the Navy. All those stacked on top of each other. I technically am not fit to work mentally.
Yeah, the mental health side of it, if you can actually get the documentation and through the evaluation process, that is a quick way to get to the 100% mark.
There is a real reason why at the hospital I work, VA, I do not do patient care unless it is absolutely 100% necessary and it's not just me going. I do research, or I
Hey,
do
Jared.
first floor.
Hey,
or
look,
lobby.
a firecracker tank.
Ah, the Calliope.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Nikki, oh, there's a second Calliope. Oh, fuck.
That is the only tank in War Thunder that gives me PTSD.
And why are you're running a Chaffee, aren't you?
I am
Yes.
in an Chinese
Yeah,
M24.
it's a Chinese Chappie.
Ah,
It's a Chinese Chappie.
why did we give the Chinese Chaffies?
Taiwan.
Ah, okay.
The Chinese have the Taiwan factory. That's why. That's why
So-
the Chinese also have an F-16.
So for those who are curious, a dependent, well, so a veteran who is gets 100% rating, and you are just the veteran, so no one on your page 2. $3,621.95 a month.
Why do you think I want a fucking 100% disability? I would not have to work anymore.
Yeah, frankly, yeah. And thing is, all I really have to do is just stay in front of a computer all day because my eyesight's degrading already. Like,
With this new shit going, I wanted to be a streamer. I wanted to, make, money eventually at some point. I know it's going to take some time to get there, but fuck, I don't even want to do that now because if I ever do get 100% disability, whether it be anything, and I blew up on streaming or YouTube or whatever, I'm fucked.
Just don't sell your bathwater.
please don't.
No,
Oh, that
No
could be
one wants that.
I'm
fun.
not. No.
That is going to be so disease ridden.
No, I'm
And yet
clean.
people buy it. That's the scary thing.
So you claim.
No, I am.
So you claim.
What you do is you sell someone else's bathwater.
Oh my god. Cal, I want to shoot you.
Why
Hey,
would
Cal,
you
don't
want-
you have War Thunder? Why don't you pop in here? I would love to stick an AIM-9 up your ass.
For one,
Hey,
I only have
hey
the
now,
base
hey
permit,
now.
and two, I prefer single players because I don't roll with multiplayer Neanderthals like you.
Hey, I have Hogwarts Legacy. I enjoy a single player from time to time.
Oh.
Okay?
I enjoy Hogwarts as well. It's just I don't really vibe with multiplayer unless it's a very rare exception.
I'm competitive. That's why.
Yeah, no, I can't. be
Trust me.
competitive.
I've heard you, Nikki. I know your competitive side.
I tried TF2 and it's just, well,
Oh, yeah.
do I want to keep playing and just keep on getting these scams, or do I just avoid these scams altogether and just not play? So I chose not to play. Simpler solution.
There you go.
I've got other games. Not like I'm missing out on much anyway. And if I am, then, well, there's always YouTube.
Oh, there you go. Okay. I got other games I play, but yeah, War Thunder. It's a nice game. Ish.
War Thunder's fun most of the time until you have to grind.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get my fun for War Thunder from Malzy.
Oh, wow. One
You-
Calliope
you-
still
you-
alive?
You want a good War Thunder channel to watch. Go watch Bowtime Gaming, and he does more than War Thunder. But
I saw a little bit of Bowtime, and he was fun when I first discovered him. Though I forget how old those videos were, so I could have been very late into his
Yeah,
channel.
yeah, he
but
does.
I'm very up to date with Malzy, and
Yeah,
he's
he
funny.
does. Bowtime does War Thunder, Arma 3, Spin Tires.
Tires.
or well, not Spin Tires anymore. It's Mud Runner.
Oh, is that what they call it?
Yeah, and then Snow Runner. And he does some like other random like co-op and multiplayer games.
Yeah, no. If I get into a Arma binge, it's either Forensic Steel or Remy Down Under.
Yeah, his crew that he has around him is it's fucking hilarious.
Maybe occasionally Northern.
I watch Northern occasionally.
Yeah, Northern's a good bean, but he's very rare in comparison to Remy. Like,
Nah,
I hardly watch any Arma 3 content anymore just because I don't much care for that.
Norton's pretty fucking hilarious in War Thunder too. I have his decal. Norton has a decal for War Thunder.
Hmm.
Let's see if I can find a tank that it's already on. Actually, no. I'll just get a plane and put it on there.
Spin.
Let's see.
Pretty bad that I can get more airplane kills with my tank than actual tank kills.
Sounds about right.
I'm in the M20, the Chaffee, the M24, and it's got that. What is it, a 50 cal, or do they reduce it to a 30?
Which one? It's a what?
The Chinese M24.
It's still 50.
Okay.
But if you want a game that I'm currently kind of into with multiplayer, then I'm going to go ahead and paste that into gaming on Discord. And this is a free-to-play game that is not infected with micros.
There you go, Cal. There's Norton's decal for War Thunder.
The smiley face?
The creepy, cringy smiley face.
Yeah, Russian Badger has one too. And it's just his YouTube logo. It's just his YouTube profile pic. But no, I posted a free-to-play no micro game in gaming on Discord.
Oh, Hello Kitty.
Hey, you know what? You know what? It is amazing that you said Hello Kitty right when you did.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Oh, shit! It's a bundle of sticks!
Oh, hey.
Woke up.
Hey.
No.
Tasty.
We already determined he is actually a femboy. He's not an egg.
Good morning, bitch tits. Where the fuck is my pen?
Hey, Tasty, I found your perfect plane.
It's been half a year now, give or take. Where the fuck is it?
It got stolen.
No, you don't get to just say that my pen, the one that you bought in Japan, that, frankly, I still kind of have to repay you for, got stolen. You don't get to say that.
So
pens
you haven't paid
are-
him back.
Hang on. Pens are a hot commodity aboard ship.
Yeah, like, it got stolen, like, last month.
And
It's time to go to...
Are you able to at least get me a replacement one?
Yes,
Okay.
eventually.
Thank you.
Like, I just woke up, bro. Give me, like, 2 minutes.
Okay.
But speaking of just waking up, Tasty, go ahead and take a good look at Nikki's screen.
Oh yeah, that was for you.
That'll wake you up.
Nikki has failed to make a screenshot of so far. Since
I have screenshots. I just haven't uploaded them yet.
Nice.
Yeah, like I said, that you failed to provide,
Yeah, I did say that was your homework.
and you failed.
Oh,
Give me
yeah,
a
Jared.
second.
This is just between me and you, Jared, but, I actually do have it. This is not related to the pen, but this is what we talked about in DMs, like, I don't know, 3 days ago.
Yeah. Well, that we started to.
Yeah.
Oh, so you have his thing for him, but not my thing for me. I see how it is. Fucker.
Hey. I give the good reach around.
You do.
And I have mine waiting for months. I've been waiting for my ship since last fucking year. Waiting.
Oh, I didn't send him anything.
All right,
I didn't
guys.
send him anything.
It's in VTW chat. There's two of them.
Uh-oh.
Great. Mind if I steal my chair back? It's all good.
Ah,
No, you don't get a chair.
there it is.
Nice.
Well, he is a third class, so he doesn't have to sit on the floor anymore.
Oh, by the way, Jared,
Oh, all right, he can
I
hold up the
found
chair.
out. I found out about the anime that the F4's skin is on.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, it is Girls and Panzer-esque, but the high
Girls and
school,
Panzer
but
airplanes.
yes, but they're also witches.
Of course.
Red
Because
pens are S
you
here.
need to have
Nobody
that because you need to have that reference to the 500 what was it?
501st.
No, the 588th Night Bomber Corps from Russia.
Yeah, the Night Witches.
The Night Witches, because you have to have that reference in there.
Yeah, but they're playing as they're doing it as an American though, not Russian.
Is it still canvas for them?
No idea, but all I know is this particular skin on this plane is for the American group, I guess. But I guess it's kind of like a conglomerate of them. But I have no idea anymore. I just did a quick bit of research. It says, oh, hey, there is an anime about this, and I might end up watching it at some point because it looks interesting. Just like Girls and Panzer is interesting.
Yes.
Why is your camera upside down?
Well, he's
Because he likes being on the bottom.
yes.
You're muted, by the way.
Or is it because he's below the southern hemisphere?
Is he on the other side of the equator?
And,
You need to change your camera settings, child.
No,
did he become a polywag?
Well, no.
We're in
Judge,
Drydock.
yeah, I was gonna say.
we
I
can see
think
your
he's in home.
DM's just fine.
What the hell?
What?
Is that your nuke launch test kit?
Oh, that's his new soundboard thing that he showed me like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, okay, got you.
Oh, it's puny.
Plug it in. Hey. We don't.
But at least it's big button, so he knows what he's pressing.
Wait, it's got RGB too, apparently.
Yeah, RGB.
No RGB for you.
No RGB.
What? Are we not deserving of it?
No.
Of course.
How do I present a window game?
Is he going to do DDR now, but with the hands?
Oh,
Yep.
Oh,
Nice.
fucking weeb.
Not really.
Yes,
I get the pass.
really.
No,
I get the pass.
no, you are. I'm a weeb too.
Wait. Why do you think you get a pass? Just because you're stationed in Japan?
Oh yeah, that's like a specific gamepad and everything.
It's like DDR, but for your fingers.
he's also got with thumbs and wow, he's got knobs and everything.
He's twisting those knobs like a pro.
It's amazing that we can see what he's doing with his board, but what he's actually doing on screen is worse in a PowerPoint than Nikki half the time.
Blame Google. They're
Yeah.
bandwidth for.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Now, if we were to go to Discord with this, we'd see it a lot.
That's a
clearer.
whole different story.
Yeah, mine would be perfect, and maybe Tasty's would be too.
But I will
Maybe we should
admit,
start-
there is another piece to the puzzle of what I have going on, where a relocation will be taking place, and I will have faster dedicated internet.
So we
Like-
would
Bullshit.
probably start streaming the calls through
Oh.
Discord and then just have
Probably. And then random
Yes!
shit playing.
Oh my
Oh.
God! Yes.
And will
Finally,
you have a streaming buddy next to you?
finally an upgrade.
Well, since
That's
let's consider
debatable. That's
Well,
debatable, Burns. But
well,
actually,
consider-
Jay,
we could say we do have the fact that Discord now allows you to see multiple streams at one time now. So
Yeah, that helps.
well, Jay, did you see what the speed test was at that place?
No, I didn't.
Oh, let me find it.
Send it to me.
Burns, did I put that in Illuminati?
No, if it was there, I didn't know you took. I didn't know you posted it there. It might have been later on when I got off.
Well, it would have
Illuminati.
been. It would have been a few weeks ago, at
Oh,
least.
I may have missed it because you guys, between you and Leon and Laura, you guys have been chatting quite a storm. So I may have missed it.
Question. What did we talk about today? Because I missed everything.
Oh,
Anything-
we talked about the current VA situation. We talked about a little bit.
Glad I
about
missed
the-
that.
A little bit about the potential Trump indictment.
and stuff
I heard
about
Trump got
Ukraine and
arrested.
Russia.
No,
No.
Yeah.
Trump has not been arrested. Those have just been AI memes on Twitter because people are either trolling or coping.
He was supposed to get arrested, but didn't.
Yeah,
Oh,
because
Oh,
the
Tuesday.
day-
it's been so long. I can show you guys the funny thing that I got.
Your
Yeah,
bed
they-
actually does not look too much different from mine in coloration. Oh, hey, yeah, your roommate's doing
I wish I could get a.
funky shit.
I wish I could get that upload speed,
Oh,
There.
of course, you have that mask.
Jared.
Yeah.
Yeah, I got it. I got it at the here. Do I have it on here, or do I need to fucking port it from my phone?
Probably need to port it from your phone.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Yeah, it is on my phone.
But did you actually go to one of their concerts?
Who?
Baby Metal?
I
Probably
tried,
not.
and then I tried.
Oh, young Padawan, there is
I
no
had-
try.
I had the tickets, and then I was on duty.
Oh,
Rip.
And you didn't do a duty swap. Why?
Because it was a holiday, nobody wanted to duty swap.
Also, because he's probably the only mechanic on the ship at the time.
No,
No.
duty section's pretty baller. Duty sections. All right, I sent it to one of my friends on Discord. I hope it annoys them. I sent them some pictures. Who do I send this to present? Wait, I could just present myself.
yeah, you can.
I'm gonna go take a piss real quick because whiskey
Where are you going to take it?
in my bathroom, of course.
Why not out the window?
The windows don't open.
Oh, yeah, Army Barracks. They don't
Yeah.
trust you.
Army barracks that are well over 10 years old. Probably older.
Oh,
than
10
me.
years old? Oh,
10 years? That's new.
Yeah.
Like I said, maybe 10 years old, maybe older than me. Who knows?
Why is that green pack moving?
Yeah, be right back.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, that's where I got this.
Oh, cool.
Should probably tell you guys I'm pregnant.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Is it that, or are you just getting fat from being on the boat?
Both.
A mix of both, yeah.
I didn't know the surface fleet ate that good.
Right?
Forward deployed does get preferential treatment because otherwise we'd really go batshit crazy even more than usual.
It's just that our CSs kind of suck at times. They'll gaslight us on, you know how Saturday is always pizza and wings night?
Supposedly.
For like 3 weeks straight, they didn't give us pizza and wings, and my chief started getting more and more upset. It was because they wanted it for the Super Bowl when nobody was there for the Super Bowl. we were anchored out in the harbor doing some stuff, and they were like, yeah.
Love to see that the Navy planning is always as effective.
Yeah.
I remember my second underway. They wanted us to route the Army Navy game from radio through the interior communication system while we were on alert deployment.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Huh?
And I'm like, my first
Wait,
class and I were both like, you
Oh, I
want us
did
to
get
give
it.
away our position because of a football game. And like, well, it's not any football game. It's the Army Navy game, blah, blah. And we're just sitting there. So what you want us to be is a giant speaker in the middle of the ocean, just radiating that out everywhere. And then my captain's like, oh, yeah, that's probably not a good idea.
You think?
So,
Maybe because the ship was not meant to be spotted.
Oh,
Well, Boomer
Yeah.
captains are weird though. Like submariners are weird in general, but boomer captains specifically, they're a notch above.
you either get a really brilliant one that understands everything and you can talk to him, you're great, or you get the one that I
Or
had
they're a
for my
stump.
first.
we have this joke on board my ship with my captain where you can talk to him about 3 things and he'll not be mad at you anymore, and that's cars, punk rock, and I forget the third thing because I don't.
Do you even know what punk rock is?
Yeah,
Are you sure?
yeah.
Wait. Name an artist or band that is punk rock to you.
Let me hop on Spotify.
Oh, bullshit.
No.
No,
No.
off the dome.
No.
Off the
No
dome.
cheating.
Off the rip.
This is like a qual board question, my friend.
This is promotion board.
Oh, fuck promotion boards.
Um,
They just do a test.
Qual board, promotion board. As far as I'm concerned, same thing.
No.
You're still cheating, aren't you, Echoes?
Of
A little
course.
bit.
Yes.
He's an 84. What would he be doing?
Hey, I got a 99 on my advanced exam.
Uh-huh. Sure.
Yeah. And how many PNA points did you end up having to use to get this time around?
Too many.
You know,
You never had to use PNA points?
I never actually had to use them because so I took the advanced
Neither did I.
exam 4 times. I just missed the cutoff each of the first time I took it. The first time I took it for third, first time I took it for second. But then when I made it the following cycle, I always made it by more than the PNA points that I had.
Yeah.
Aha. Eat that. Eat that, M10.
My rate was functionally like if you showed up and breathed at your test, you were passing.
Mm.
But it was a point where Navi Ts were going the wayside.
I would say Green Day is a punk rock band,
I
but
fucking
technically that's
called
wrong.
it. I
But
fucking called it. I
technically-
knew you were gonna
technically-
say Green Day.
Because
Yeah.
a lot of people say Green Day, or Green Day themselves say they're not punk rock, so that doesn't count.
They originally started out that way.
Yeah, they
Well,
started out. They're
yeah.
not now. They're more emo.
Yeah.
they're-
Green Day, back when they had American Idiot, that was definitely punk rock.
no, they're
I would
they're-
also
no.
say Linkin Park might be punk rock a little.
no.
No.
No,
Not Linkin
punk. No, punk rock.
is
You're
3 Days
Yeah.
Grace. That's my choice.
well.
Linkin
you're-
Park is a hybrid between metal and other things.
Yeah, it's new metal is what they actually would fall under.
That
But
or
if you-
alternative.
But if you want,
That or
So,
alternative.
it would be closer
if
to
you're
Disturbed.
if you're looking for punk rock, you're actually
Aggro
like
Lavigne.
quintessential.
Oh,
No, because she's still
Oh.
more pop. I'm
Well,
thinking
it's-
like
I'm talking about when
Ramones,
like
The
Skater Boy and
Clash.
stuff came out. I'm talking about when Skater Boy and stuff came out.
She
No,
was still
that's-
too poppy.
No matter, it was still classified as fucking punk.
no, it wasn't.
Yeah, it was.
No. This is punk rock. I'm not gonna play it, Jared, just because of copyright. But
Oh, I don't give a shit.
It's not like we are making money on this stream either way.
Oh no, we may have.
Oh, with me having made that one remark I did when I was in my rant, nah.
Yeah, no, yeah. Cal killed your any money making opportunity you have, Jared.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
'cause I-
yeah.
yeah,
That's
I
exactly
made
it. Sex Pistols.
But as soon as Cal came into the call and started opening his mouth, that ended everything anyway. So.
Oh no, it was towards the end of my rant.
Oh
You
no
know
no
exactly
no
what
no
I
no
was
no 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 no. There were some other things that, by current YouTube standards, this stream was not making any money.
Like what?
References to suicide, references to
No, that was the one that was
We've
towards
made-
the end of my rant.
We've made money off those streams before.
I know, but I'm
No.
trying to fucking fuck with Cal. Damn it, leave me alone.
The one that I'm referencing is the one where I was encouraging that towards
Yes.
the end of my rant. That's the one I was referring to, which
Oh.
that would have definitely given us the yellow dollar.
Well, okay, hang on. Something to remember, though, is towards the end of that rant where you were really flying off the handle, you have to remember, Google thought you were overdriving the mic and turned your volume down for us.
Oh, I actually might have to go back and listen to myself to see if that got accidentally censored. by
I didn't
Google
get.
being a piece of shit.
I don't think it got censored. I just think
The
Speak
audio
the
got
right
cut
word?
because
yeah.
because you were yelling too much. It cut you down as a noise gate.
So it may have just been removed by, Google being pieces of shit.
No, it's not so much
Limited
Google being pieces of shit. It's actually
limitations on technology.
Yeah, it's a technological issue that any streaming service is going to have. If you pump too much audio in, you're going to have that happen. Are you playing what I think you're playing?
Probably.
That's EDF.
That is the most weeb game I have ever seen.
Which one is it? 4 or 4.1?
4.1.
Oh, why
course.
not 5? I have EDF
That is
5.
No, it's 4.1.
Isn't 4.1 referred to as 5? Or
No,
No.
5's
No.
its own thing.
No, there is an actual EDF 5. I have it installed. I just haven't played it in months.
that I didn't know. But yeah, that was most definitely EDF.
I mean, that is like. I can't say anything because I've played weeb games like that too. But God damn, that is the most weeb game I've seen in a hot minute.
Does my library have any Weeb games? Let's see.
I'm willing to bet there is.
I used to have
No.
Xenosaga, which is pretty weeby.
Phantom Brigade is kind of weebish, but barely. It's like somewhere halfway between BattleTech and Gundam, which
That would make it weeb.
yeah, but again, barely, because even though the mechs are humanoid and they use like humanoid-based rifles or other weapons that require a trigger pull, they still move slow as fuck. So, barely. Let's see
Yeah.
here.
I still call it that. But you know what? Speaking of calling it, I'm calling it a night. I'm pressing buttons. Y'all
Okay.
motherfuckers can keep doing what you want. Audience is going to have to catch up later. So, say goodnight, everybody.
Night,
Good morning.
Ring my bell to be a special subscriber.